there's chemical involved in water and wastewater treatment. So anytime you have some type of chemical, there's an opportunity for cost savings. So if we can use some type of flow meter, some type of water quality parameter such as pH to control a dosage of a chemical, we're going to be able to save a chemical cost and we're going to be able to save labor costs, right?
Hey there, welcome back to Water Finance and Management Conversations. I'm Andrew Farr, Managing Editor of Water Finance and Management. Today, we're going to spend a few minutes talking about water quality monitoring. Now, of course, water quality is top of mind for all utilities, all the way from looking at a raw water source, all the way through operations from treatment, distribution, collection. So it's a very important issue no matter what your specialty is. And today we're going to hone in a bit on treatment process and looking at water quality monitoring. And to do that, I have an excellent guest joining me, Shaun Thompson, Strategic Account Manager for Water and Wastewater with Badger Meter. And Shaun, I want to start right here. You have a background working on the utility side, so maybe you can start off by explaining a little bit about what your day-to-day looked like.
Sure. Thank you, Andrew. Thanks for having me. Um, like Andrew said, I come from the utility. I spent 17 years in wastewater treatment, started back in 2005, working for a utility in Colorado, Colorado Springs Utilities, and really focusing the last 5 years on environmental specialist and really focusing on process control and treatment optimizations. And what I did with treatment optimizations, which brought me to Badger Meter, is utilizing water quality instrumentation to optimize processes, looking at new technologies, whatever that may be, facility planning with engineer firms, and really looking at aging infrastructure, how we can make best benefit and to really save dollar for our ratepayer.
And so, Shaun, with some of that in mind, what are some of the real hot button issues or trends that you're seeing across the industry that folks in your previous position are having to deal with?
Yeah, that's definitely an open-ended question, but some of the hot topics that come to mind is regulations all over the country are just getting more stringent. We used to rely on, or used to take care of TSS and BOD. Now, last decade, a couple decades, we've really been focusing on getting rid of nutrients before we put them back in the environmental buffer for public safety, right? Here in Colorado, I'll give you an example. We're currently under Reg 85, which has a total inorganic nitrogen of 15 milligrams per liter. And in 2027, we're going to regulation 31, which is 2 milligrams per liter of total nitrogen. So as you can imagine, that's quite a drop. And to be able to optimize the process, and even at that, we're going to have to involve some type of chemical treatment or some type of filtration. So instrumentation is just going to give us that extra need for optimization where we can save chemicals, save labor costs. Another one is direct potable reuse with water scarcity, not necessarily water scarcity globally, but localized water scarcity. And so direct potable reuse is taking water from a wastewater treatment plant and direct piping it to a water treatment plant at some type of pure water treatment facility to make drinking water.
And so when we think about water quality monitoring and specifically on the water treatment process side of things, what specifically can monitoring and instrumentation do for utilities who are really looking to improve their operations and strategic decision making?
That's exactly what we're trying to do is make things more efficient, right? So there's chemical involved in water and wastewater treatment. So anytime you have some type of chemical, there's an opportunity for cost savings. So if we can use some type of flow meter, some type of water quality parameter such as pH to control a dosage of a chemical, we're going to be able to save a chemical cost and we're going to be able to save labor costs, right? The less amount we got to bring chemical in, the less we got to have an operator there unloading it from a truck or whatnot. So really goes hand in hand. And then the largest one for wastewater is blower cost. Anybody that's in wastewater knows that blower is probably upwards of 50% of an entire electric bill for a wastewater treatment facility. So if we can use dissolved oxygen to control a blower, or go one step further and use ammonia-based aeration control, ABAC, to control a blower and be that much more efficient taking care of the load coming in, we're just going to be able to, again, save that ratepayer some money with optimization.
And Shaun, final question for you, and just to follow up on that point, Can you explain the relationship or intersection, if you will, of flow and water quality data for us?
Sure, and that's something Badger Meter's done really, really good at. Badger Meter is known for water meters since 1905, really in the residential and commercial space. And about a decade ago, acquiring those industrial flow technologies, and then up to a couple of years ago, bringing in water quality with SCAN and ATI, and most recently at Cyranex for pressure monitoring out distribution and leak detection. But where we put those quantity and quality together is giving a customer the entire portfolio, right? So we want to be able to measure how much is coming in, but not only how much is coming in, what's coming in. So now we can measure the quantity along with the quality, and then giving discharging, whether it's water plant discharging to a home quality water or wastewater treatment plant discharging the best quality water that we can to that environmental buffer. And one thing we like to focus on, no matter the size or location, we really have a solution um, for a customer.
Shaun Thompson, Strategic Account Manager for Water and Wastewater with Badger Meter. Shaun, it's been a pleasure talking to you for a couple minutes. Really appreciate you joining us. I know we could talk a lot more about this, but it's been a pleasure.
Of course, thank you.
And we will see all of you next time on the next edition of Water Finance and Management Conversations.
Subscribe to Water Finance and Management's YouTube page and visit waterfm.com for the latest water industry news and insight.